Welcome everybody to the How to Write a Concept Note for the Food Systems Innovation Challenge webinar. My name is Mirjam Troost, and I will tell you a little bit more about the challenge, about the timeline, etc. After that, we will hear from my colleague Maria Teodorido. She is also here. Maria, can you show yourself on screen? Hello. So this is Maria. You will see her later. She will tell you more about the concept note itself. And then we will hear an experience of one of the teams of last year, one of the top 6 teams in the 2025 Food Systems Innovation Challenge, Blessing Sunday. She's from Team Millet Mavens, Nigeria. And after that, you can ask your questions. As said, my name is Mirjam Troost. You will see me more often in the challenge since I'm the main coordinator of the challenge. And Maria, you will meet her later. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Maria and I will be there to answer your questions. You can also wait a little bit and then we will do it afterwards. You can put them still in the chat and we'll answer them around 2:45. You can also check our website or you can email us with urgent questions, okay? The Food Systems Innovation Challenge. Hope you all tuned in for the right webinar. This is a webinar on how to write a concept note to register for the Food Systems Innovation Challenge that is organized by Wageningen University and Research and the Netherlands Food Partnership in cooperation with partner universities. We ask student teams to design and to implement a food systems innovation in their own surroundings. So if you're, for example, from Suriname or from Kenya, you think of your own surroundings. Is there a problem there in food systems and can you solve it and how would you do it? We ask you to team up with 4 to 8 students. At least 2 students should be from your own university. So I will show the list of partner universities in a moment. But so at least 2 students should be from one of those universities. But you can partner up with other students that are not even on the list of kind of universities. It's very important that you also take the time to do your research. And so at least 2 students should be on site where the project is. We allow a maximum of 1 fresh graduate or a PhD. So which means is that you should not be not graduated before 2024-25. A fresh graduate is if you, for example, you did your bachelor and you're now enrolling to the master, then we consider you as a master student, so you can participate. That's no problem. You're not a fresh graduate in that sense, okay? And well, very important, we encourage multidisciplinary teams. This is the list of participating universities. So you can take a quick look to see if your university is among. And then I want to continue to the next slide. At every partner university, I see I am blocking Vietnam, the Tra Vinci University. I'm very sorry for that. But at every partner university, we have a coordinator. So if you have questions, this is the first person you could go to. If you are doubting, if you don't know, if you don't have the email address anymore, you can always reach us through the website on the studentchallenges@weur.nl email address. If there are any coordinators present now, thank you very much for all the work that you are doing. Much appreciated. The timeline. So we will have, in a moment, you will hear more on how you can write your concept note to register. You have to do that before the 3rd of March, and then we close registration. After that, each university, they will organize a jury or another kind of selection process, and each university will choose 2 teams to represent their university. On the 24th of March, you can register for an announcement session where we will announce all teams that are selected to participate in the Food Systems Innovation Challenge this year. Well, if you're selected from March till September, you will start working on your project or you will build your business. In the beginning, you will receive the €1,000 seed funding, and then you will follow online and on-campus workshops. And besides that, through your own university, you get a mentor that will guide you through the process. Then on the 29th of September, that's the exciting moment that we have the grand finals here in the Netherlands at Wageningen University and Research. We will invite one student per team to participate and also pitch your projects. It's not only the grand finals that we invite you for, but if you are here, you will also enjoy 1 week of excursions through the Netherlands, and we will show you around our campus. At the finals, there will be a jury selecting top 6 teams, and they will get a total of 14,000 award money. But maybe more importantly, those 6 teams, they get enrolled into the Youth Food Lab Incubation Program, which is a collaboration between our university, Wageningen University, and also World Food Forum of the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, the FAO, and IAS. They are also our partner. It's an international student association in agriculture. All right, then to register before the 3rd of March, I will repeat it over and over, and I think Maria will also mention it later on. You have to upload a concept note through our website. You can find it on our website. Other submissions will not be considered. So we have had already some registrations, but the Word files, they didn't answer all the questions and they changed the format. You really have to use this format to make it easier for us to process all the registrations and to have all the information that we need per team. On the 24th of February, in a few weeks, we will organize the last online session, which is a Q&A session. You can register for the session on our website. We will also send you after this session this presentation, so you can also click on this link to register. And then, moreover, please consult the coordinator at your partner university. And most universities, they already had their on-campus info sessions. Some of them, they will still organize it. And we will mention that in the email that we will send you. But it's very important to be in contact with the coordinator. If you are in doubt who it is, send us an email at studentchallenges@wur.nl. This challenge is not possible without all our partners. I already mentioned the partner universities. We have a great collaboration going on. So you see all the logos on the bottom of all the universities participating. And on the top, we have the foundations, etc., and the parties that are also supporting us financially and also with wisdom. So thank you very much, our partners. And having said that, I want to ask Maria to come. And I will hand over to Maria, who will explain you how to write a good concept note.
So, hello everyone, I'm Maria from the Food Systems Innovation Challenge team. Thank you all for being here today. And would like to thank Miriam also that presented the general information about the challenge. Now, I will present a more technical part of our webinar on how to write a good concept note. So we can start. So we'll go through the process together. Some general remarks about writing the concept note is a well-written concept note increases the quality of your project. And we encourage you to ask for help and to exchange ideas with each other. Feel free to do that. And there's also not a perfect example of a concept note. It is about your project, your ideas, so there are no wrong answers. And the last tip is to be creative and passionate about your project and the challenge in general, because this makes a difference. So the first step on writing the concept note, and it's a very important one, is to download the right format. Because as Miriam said, we only accept this format and you cannot register for the challenge if you use another one. Where to find it? You should visit our website. It's written here, you can see it. And if you scroll down, then you will find a section that is called Downloads. Then you can select the format concept note 2026 file. You can see it by the arrow. This is a screenshot from the website. And download it. And this is the most important step. So you should use this provided template exactly as it is. So if you downloaded the right one, the right file, this is what you should see. This is the first, the first part of the concept note, and there are some instructions and background information of participating in the challenge. Please read them carefully to make sure you are on the right track. And after reading them, we start with filling in the concept note. So first we have the team name, and we recommend that you think of an appealing name, something you can use throughout the entire challenge for presentations and for communication. Then university and country. You also fill in that. Keep in mind that at least 2 members of the team have to belong in one of the partner universities, as Miriam said before, so you can check the list. It is also in our website. The rest of the team members can come from other universities, but at least 2 must be from a partner university. And a team can be from 4 to 8 team members. Then you should list all the team members and fill in their email addresses, the ones that you mostly use, because we will be in contact. Okay, problem definition. It is very important to clearly define your problem. What are you actually trying to solve? Is there a real need for this project? We should be able to see very fast what problem that you want to address. So it needs to be a clear idea. You can support your statements with numbers and research, and that makes your concept note stronger. We also ask you to think of a more in a more systemic way, not only what the problem is, but also who is affected, who benefits, and who might lose out. Project location. Here you describe the project location. Where is your project located and in which country? We encourage accessible locations, so pick something in your surroundings. In the past, we had teams that were working in very remote areas, and that made it quite difficult for them to go there and visit the place. These remote areas, they are still possible, but it's easier if you find a plot near the university, or maybe at your parents' farm, or a market, or local farmers. Then when you find it, you should describe it. You should describe the location clearly in the concept note. Food systems innovation. What do we mean by innovation? It's also the name of the challenge. Here describe how your idea contributes to food systems sustainability and resilience, including nature-based solutions, environmental protection, and biodiversity. But what counts as innovation? Innovation can be technical or social. And your idea does not need to be something completely new. You can adapt to an existing solution in your local context and combine known practices in a new or in a smarter way. For example, planting trees is not innovative, but using planting tree techniques to improve new planting tree techniques to improve soil health, or to diversify income and stabilize food production, this is something innovative. And then we have goals and objectives. And here I need to explain the difference between the two. Goals are more broad. So your goal is the bigger picture of your long-term ambition. And for example, to develop a regenerative agroforestry system using trees on a farm plot in Brazil to improve soil fertility and support biodiversity over the coming years. So this can be the goal, the broader ambition. And then objectives are more concrete and specific. See it as a way to narrow down your goals. For example, an objective is to train 5 farmers on certain agricultural practices, or to organize a community workshop at the end of the project to share your results and your lessons, the lessons that were learned. So your goal is a dream, and your objectives are the steps you take during the challenge to move towards that dream. And now we can move forward. This is the impact section. So this is what you want to achieve with your project. In this section, we want you to be concrete. That's why it's a bit long. But you don't need to cover everything. You should show that you understand where your project makes a difference. And your innovation explains what you're doing differently, and the impact explains why that difference matters. So here in this section, you should address environmental sustainability, food and nutrition security, and socioeconomic impact. You can think about who and what you engage and empower in your project. And at the end, there is also space for other contributions. This is optional. Feel free to include additional impacts that you think that are important. Scalability. Scalability is also something that you should consider. Think about whether and how your project can grow in the future, because in a way it should be possible to replicate your idea in other regions or countries. Project planning from April to September. We want to know what you're going to do each month since your project starts until the end of the challenge in September. And for that, you can use, for example, a Gantt chart. Project design, the first steps. In this section, briefly describe the key steps needed before implementation. For example, you will interview some farmers, or you will consult some experts. So this is what you should do here. What you will do before. And then project implementation. Here explain what your team plans to do during the project. And your plan should be realistic and feasible within the 6-month challenge period. Then we have monitoring and evaluation. In this section, describe how you will track your progress and your results. So include outcomes that you can measure, such as collected data or interviews, and link them to your weekly or your monthly goals for the project. Personal development. This is a student challenge, the FSC challenge. So learning is very important, and teams should reflect on what they want to learn. Think about what this challenge means for your career, or for setting up a business, for research, or for something else. And then we have partnerships. Think about the partnerships that you will make, for example, local government or universities, your supervisors, some land owners, if you will do something in a farm. This is the last part. Continuation after the challenge. Many teams continue after the challenge, so we would like you to answer what are you going to possibly do after the challenge ends. Then we have the budget. As Miriam said, you will receive a seed funding of 1,000 euros, and you should explain how you will spend the money between April and September, because the jury will assess whether this budget is feasible. Then resources and links. Here we want you to include scientific sources, websites, social media channels, anything that can be relevant for you and your project. Team photo and quote. So we require a team photo and the quote from every team, and they will be used for announcements, for social media, and for communication materials. And the final step, please read and agree to our terms and conditions. After that, you can submit your concept note. So that's it with filling in the concept note. If you didn't manage to write down everything, we will share the slides and the recording, so you will have access to all the information. And some final tips on artificial intelligence use. Tools like ChatGPT can be helpful, and we know that, but keep in mind that reviewers can often see what text is fully AI generated. So it is best if you just use it for brainstorming, paraphrasing, grammar checks. So you write something, then you ask ChatGPT, can you proofread this part? So don't ask ChatGPT to write your entire project, because the reviewers will notice. And some final advice from us is that teamwork makes the dream work. Use everyone's talents and make your project creative and make it fun for yourselves, because it's a very, very nice experience. And for the next part of the presentation, we will show you video from Blessing. Blessing was a participant of last year, and she visited us here in the Netherlands, and she wanted to share her experience and give some information and some advice. So let's see.
Good day, good afternoon, everyone. I am Blessing, a Sunday member of Team Millet Marvins, and this afternoon I'll be walking you through the process of concept notes writing. Before I proceed, I would like to say thank you to the Food System Innovation Challenge for this opportunity. Concept notes. What is a concept note? It's kind of a written document, a backbone for your proposal, which has certain requirements you're supposed to follow. This is going to be divided into outlines for a successful session. First, we have team formation, brainstorming and idea selection, concept notes writing itself, mentor involvement, and every other thing you need to know. Team formation. The team is selected from like-minded people. Team formation. Team members were selected from different departments, and these departments were departments that contributed to the strength of the project. They were selected based on competencies and other good characteristics. When ideas were brought together from different departments, this made it a superb idea. So the different departments included departments like accounting, sciences, the sociologists, and all together made a good team. Moving over to idea selection, individual members were asked to go and brainstorm on ideas. Meetings were held consecutively, and these ideas were brought together. The ideas were brought based on feasibility, scalability, sustainability. After idea selections and meetings were held, we moved over to the concept note writing itself. Concept note writing. The team reviewed the guidelines guiding the concept note writing. The format given after the meetings were held to know how to put this together. Then writing began. Individual ideas were gotten and merged, were put into the format, following every instruction by the way. Meetings were held and revisions were put into place to make the final concept note a masterpiece. Moving over to mentor involvement. Mentors and coordinators played a very huge role correcting and making appraisals where necessary. This is to ensure that every part of the concept note aligned with instructions that were given. General experience so far, it was worthwhile, it was beautiful. So I would want to encourage that as you start the 2026 FSI challenge, you follow guidelines, work hand in hand with your mentor, work as a team, bringing into cognizance every strength of individual team member. Thank you once again for having me, and I would like to say all the best and congratulations. Thank you.
Well, that was beautiful. Thank you, Blessing. Yeah, Blessing was not available to speak live, but we are very happy that she made this video for all of you. So you can see what happened last year and how happy she was to participate. So it's really an encouragement to also submit your concept notes to us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Maybe Maria, you can also come back to the screen. We've seen a few questions, but not so many yet. It's not possible. There are some people who ask to speak, but we cannot do that now. But so if you have a question, please type it in the chat. And we've seen a question about should one fill in the table provided, or should the table act as a guide to a Word document? Thanks. Well, I already replied that please fill it in the table, so we have all the same formats. It's easier for the jury also to read. So please leave the format as it is. You just start writing in the table.
Mm-hmm. And it's better to submit your concept note as a Word file. So please don't change that. Don't make a PDF. We just want the Word file.
Yeah. Are there any other questions? So I already said before that there's another questions and answer session on the 24th of February. You can go to our website to register, and we will also put that in the email that we will be sending you. So that's also another opportunity to ask questions if you're already further along the way. In the meantime, I see Mumtahina Raman Ushoshi. There's beautiful names actually in the chat. Can we watch any demo concept note? Well, we don't really we don't do that usually. So yeah, we are not sending out concept notes from former years. But what you could do, if I don't know from which university you are, but you could reach out to the people, to the students that participated last year, and to ask if you can see their concept note.
Mm-hmm. And there is another question. What would be the file name? So you can keep the file name as it is, and please add your team name and your country. This is very helpful for us if you do that. So just keep the file name as it is right now, concept note 2026, and then add your team name and your country.
Great. And I see a great comment that I pronounced the name good. So Maria, you forgot to say this was a question from whom?
Yeah, true. Okay, it's very yeah. Question from Most Murshida Jahan Mitu. Yes.
Very well. So I see some more questions coming in.
Yeah.
Let's start with from Harold, our colleague coordinator in Benin. Do all team members have to register for the challenge, or only the team leaders? So when you register, you not only upload the concept note, but also in the registration form, we need all information of all team members. But the person that you fill in as the first one, that will be the team leader, and that person gets how do you say that? That you confirmation that you registered. So only one person gets confirmation, but everybody has to fill in all their details.
Mm-hmm. Then I see how long should be the concept. How long should the concept note be? What is the maximum number of pages? So this would be 7 pages long maximum.
Yeah.
Then more questions are coming.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Shall we? Hello from Justin Awode. Hello, everyone. Please, I would like to know if it's possible to have more than 2 teams by university. That's not possible. So we select 2 teams per university. So we end up with around 32 student teams that participate in the actual challenge. Then MST Sadia Afrin. I have worked upon a project in Food System Innovation Challenge. Our team was preliminarily selected but rejected on board that held on our university. Can I work again on this project? So last year you tried to participate. You were not selected among the 2. Yes, then you can re-register. It's on the website stated that teams that participated in 2024 or 25 cannot participate again. But I have to rephrase that sentence on the website because I got more questions about it. It's only the selected teams that cannot participate again. So if you were not among the 24 teams that were selected last year or the year before, then you can still re-register for this year, okay?
Yeah, and then Victoria asks, is there a word limitation? So 7 pages long, and you should use font number 10. So then this is not a word limitation, but it's like a page limitation according to the standard of filling in the concept note.
Yeah. Then Dani O'Brien, not specifically related to concept note, but is there an opportunity to find other individual students to work on your idea with you in your struggling to find more team members? Then it's important to reach out to your coordinator. So Dani, I believe you are at Wageningen University, I hope. Thursday, we have our on-campus meeting on Wageningen campus at 12:30. So around lunchtime in Plus Ultra 2 in the training room. So that's where you will meet more students that are also looking for team members. If you're for everybody from another university, please reach out to the coordinator at your university because they get these questions and they can match you with other students that want to participate.
And then there is another question from Mursida Zahan Meitu. Do we have to leave the titles of the table as given? Yes, you should not change the titles. Just fill in the boxes, the empty white boxes that you will find in the concept note.
Yeah, very important. Then we have a question from Leben Kufudu. I think you said earlier in the chat that you're from the National University of Benin, of Agriculture in Benin, I think. So nice to meet you. If a member of a group can come in even university. So let me see what you would mean with that. I would ask if a member of a group can come in. Can you rephrase the question, or Maria, you can?
Yeah, oh, no. I also want to ask because I also don't fully get it, I think.
And then Roy Mwaka, is the registration fees applicable at the beginning? There are no registration fees. So you don't have to pay to register or to participate. Hello, I would ask if the concept note is directly filled from the website. No, first you download the format and then you fill in the registration form, and at the end they ask you to upload your filled in concept notes.
Yeah. And then from Tovaselo, Emmanuel, Stephen, Arsene. Good afternoon, everybody. Is it possible that all of the team members come from the same university? Yeah, it's possible. If you cannot find members from your university, then that's why we said at least 2 members from the partner universities should be in one team. But yes, it's possible for all the members to come from the same university, as long as this university is one of the partner universities.
Nassim Musamman Zabir asked, there are multiple sections in the concept note. Is there any individual marking criteria for each section of the overall marking? Well, we have, I believe it's also on the website, the criteria that the jury uses. So it has to be a sustainable project, it has to be scalable, it's very important that it's feasible. So you have like half a year to work on your project. So the jury will also definitely look at your planning. So what are you going to do from April till September? Is it feasible? And they will also look at your budget. Like if you are selected, how are you going to spend €1,000? Is that also feasible? So that's a very important thing you have to take into account. So that we don't have an individual marking criteria that we say, okay, this section is more important than the other, but it's an overall marking.
Yeah, and then someone says, I'm not clear about the file name. Can you please tell again? So I will just put it in the chat, and I think then it's easier if you look at it.
Yeah. Okay, so we see questions in the Q&A and in the chat. So we are going up and down, file name. So I think, so Dani, we'll see you on Thursday. That's great. And are there any questions we did not tackle? In the meantime, you don't have to wait till the 24th of February if you have new questions beforehand. If you have, you can send it to studentchallenges@ver.nl or you ask your coordinator. Okay.
Nice. Okay, it's clear now.
Okay. Great. I don't see any other questions coming in. I want to thank everybody for their attention. And I want to thank Maria.
Thanks a lot. There's
I see. Oh, there are some questions coming in. Okay, hold on. Is it possible to have a list of past awarded projects to avoid repetition? So first of all, we don't mind repetitions because every idea is slightly different and builds on former ideas, probably. What I was thinking right now, and I wrote it down, but you cannot see that I'm writing something in my notebook. In the email that we will send you with the recording, I will also send a link to the videos that the student teams of last year made. So if you are selected, we will ask you for the finals to make a 3-minute video. And those 3-minute videos of last year, I think it can be it can be good examples for you to see, okay, what kind of topics did the students do last year? But if you see a topic that you are more or less also want to do, don't hesitate to also hand that in because you're open to hand in the project that you want to do. So it serves as an example. So Victoria Alabi, you said, but you mentioned that the project must be done in the location of the project. How would all team come from the same university? Then that means that the project must be in the host uni. Yes. So that's where there's also, we said that you have to have at least 2 students in the neighborhood of the project. So there have been cases that students from different universities work together, but then at least 2 of the students were there on site to also work on the project. Does that clarify the question? Preferably everybody's in the neighborhood so you can do the work together, but in some cases there can be students from another university that can help you maybe with the knowledge or with the video, making of the video or whatever from an online distance. But at least 2 of 2 of you should be on site to work on the project.
Yeah, and then from Tovaselo, Emmanuel, Stephen, Arsene. Good afternoon, everybody. Is it possible that all of the team members come from the same university? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, and then Yusuf asks, hello, I would ask if the concept note format is filled on the website. Yeah, so I just put a link of our website. You can click on it, and if you scroll down, you will find downloads, and there you will also find the concept note to download it and fill it in.
Yeah, so Marel Azakananji, I agree. The videos, they are, or Mumtama Raman, sorry, Ushose, she said those videos were amazing. Yeah, I agree. It's really amazing what you guys can do after half a year and making a video. You learn a lot of different things and new things. And one of them is also to make a really good video. Then Liben, oh yeah, we asked you to rephrase your question. I want to know if all members of a group can come from the same university. The answer is yes. You can all come from the same university. Yeah. And then I see that Maria, she put the link in the chat, so that's where you can see everything. Recommended font is in the format concept notes.
Yeah.
It's Lato or what's Maria?
Yeah, I will take it now. And font size is 10, but you will also find this information in the concept note.
Yeah.
So font size is 10, and the font, I will tell you now, one moment.
Yeah. So don't squeeze a lot in and make the font size like 2, because the jury might be annoyed then.
Yeah. So yes, font is Lato.
Lato.
And the size 10.
All right. Okay. Well, great that there are so many questions. That helps.
Yeah.
Q&A. Yeah. Okay, I think we had everything, the chat and the Q&A. One last chance. We will, don't want to let you go. It's nice that, you all tuned in. Can someone please add me in your group? Yeah. So which university are you, Albert Maliseni? Then or send us an email, okay? Then I will connect you to the coordinator at your university. They can connect you to other students. All right.
Our email address is also in the chat.
I was thinking, I heard you typing. Oh, Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Which country is that, Albert? So it's not one of our participating universities. So in that case, you really have to be adopted by somebody who's watching this webinar now. So Albert, which country is Lilongwe University of Agricultural and Natural Resources?
I see Malawi.
Malawi, yeah, so there's no group, Mumtahani Raman Ushoshe, but Mumtahina, you can reach out to your coordinator, Mature. If you don't have the email address, please send us an email so we connect you. And for Albert, Albert Maliseni, can you send me an email? Then I will respond to you if I have an idea, okay? It's nice that you're so enthusiastic. All right. Oh, there's Q&A. I see something.
I checked.
You connect me too? Okay. Yusuf Shamsin Dane from the National University of Agriculture in Benin. I believe your coordinator is here, but send us also an email so we will connect you to him, so he can connect you to other students. Aha, Albert, I will copy your email. So to everybody, if you are so eager to participate but you don't have a team yet, send us an email. So we will send it to the coordinator in that country or at that university.
Yeah, please also add your university and country.
Yeah, yes. Otherwise, it's difficult for us to connect you.
Mm-hmm. And
All right.
yeah, we will also share the slides. So if you want to directly send an email to your coordinator, you can do that because you will find the emails in the slides of all the coordinators.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you once again. And yeah, we either see you on the 24th of February, or we, so for everybody who's putting their email now in the chat, it's best to send us an email now, studentchallenges@ver.nl, with the name of your university and the country. Yeah? So it will be easier for us to, and Maria just put the email in the chat again. It's studentchallenges@ver.nl. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And looking forward to all your concept notes. Make us proud.
Yeah.
Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.
Bye.